Hello. This is Barb Ryder, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here to share another project during the 12 weeks of Christmas. I want to share, I have shared before in lots of my videos on Facebook, so if you don't follow me there, make sure to find me at Stamp with Barb Ryder on Facebook, and I'm live every Thursday at 7 p.m. But what I wanted to tell you is this Mistletoe Magic stamp set, I'm going to be using the sentiment out of this stamp set, and it's going to be going away. The whole thing, the bundle, there's dies that go with it. Those will be leaving us. So, this is recorded in November of 2022. And it's in the July to December holiday catalog. Let me show you that right here. It is on page 15, and you can see that it has some really nice dies that go with the whole bundle. I think this one right here has not gotten enough love during this season, and I've done several samples with this one. And let me just share those really quick. I thought I had them right here. I don't. They're not right here where I thought they were. So, with that being said, I will go ahead and get started with the project. Don't you love when that happens? The other thing is I don't do any editing in my videos. So, hopefully you can fast forward if you're watching this. And you don't like the intro on it, you can fast forward and get right to the project. But I think you'll love the project. It was inspired by Lori Pinto. I'm using all the products that you see here in the video. This is the red and green ribbon duo pack, and that's also in the holiday catalog, but it is carrying over. So this is something that's carrying over. The other products that I have here, I am using a standalone die set. Sorry, get in the camera screen here. This one right here, I'm going to bring it up close, but it's on page 171, Fabulous Frames. And I'm also using the mini folder Wintery 3D, and I'm going to be using the Wintery one. This is snowflakes, this is pine needles. There you go, like a pine needle tree. Those are in the annual catalog. Along with the basic products that I'm using, those are in the annual catalog. But here is the set of frames, and they're a little disarrayed because of using them. They are wonderful. You have a great oval and a frame. This frame right here, I want to show you. I've already die cut this piece out. And I'm going to show you, I took a basic 4 by 5 1/4 size piece of brushed gold. And with that size, you get 3 pieces that you can use on projects. Okay, so here's the 4. Here, this piece, let me bring my mat up here so you can see better. So that is the 4 by 5 1/4. This is the die that cut it out. You know, it cut that piece out of the center of this piece. And then you also have this piece that cuts out of here. So you can get 3 pieces for different projects out of a 4 by 5 1/4. I'm actually only going to use this piece right here. I'm going to save these for another project. So we're going to use that piece right there. Let me tell you what the sizes are of the other cardstock that you need for this project. All right, I'm going to just shift some things out of the way for a moment as getting ready here. Bone folder. Now, here's another thing. These little trinkets, they are sold out, but you could use a die cut and do the same thing. These are the little jingle bells. It's unfortunate that when you go to plan all these projects and things like that, some of the things get sold out. But anytime we have a mini catalog, that is always while supplies last. They might be able to reorder and have more in stock during the time of the catalog, but sometimes they don't, and when they're gone, they're gone. So that's what's happened with the flat jingle bells trinkets. But you could do a die cut. that would, of any kind that you might have, and that would work perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the project. All right, I have, this is basic white, and this is 3 3/4 by 5. I have a piece of garden green to go with my coordinating ribbon, and this is 3.5 by 3.5. We're going to run this through the mini emboss machine here in a second. And this piece is thick basic white, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, or fold that in half. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my bone folder here and just give that a good crisp fold there. So get that part done. All right, so I'm going to use my mini cut and emboss machine with the Wintery folder, and this is the piece that's going to go in here, and it's going to fit just right in there. Okay, so let's take this, and that's just going to go like that. You'll have just a sliver over the edge. I'm going to even it up so it doesn't look too bad. There we go. All right, so we're going to take that. So now let's go ahead, grab the pieces that we need for the 3D folders. The nice part about the mini cut and emboss machine, or in even our large Big Boss machine, it tells you what plates you need. I need a number 1, and oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Sorry, I did not. Number 1, I need a number 1 and a number 4, and this is using with 3D embossing folder. So I need a number 1 and number 4, and what happens is you make a sandwich. So this is my base. My folder's going to go here. This is going to go on top. Oh, I just dropped something. Hold on here. All right. Okay, let's take this little machine. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put it on the right so I can do this. And I got stuff falling everywhere. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I got my little sandwich here. It starts in one end, and you just hold it until you catch it, and then you hold the top, and then you just roll it right through, and I'm a little shifted to the side. You got to be in there straight, Barb. Okay, there we go. See how easy it does turn easy once you have it in there correctly. I'm just doing it slow, so I'm not bouncing you too much because it is all on the camera is attached to the same table that I work on here for the best viewing. All right, so there's that, and this is awesome because this is great if you are going to go to crops or do some different things away from your home, and you want something fun to take with you. This little guy is fabulous. All right, so here we are, and we have our, let me bring this up closer. See there? See the details in that? That is what we want. Perfect. All right. So there is that. We're going to go ahead, and this is going to get mounted onto here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that down right now. So just taking my Stampin' Seal and putting that on here, and I want it to go, I think we're going to go like this, okay? And there is going to be a little bit of outline or matting, I guess is what you would say, just like that. Now, I probably did what I shouldn't do, as I put this down before I stamp, but we're going to chance it. Get my block. I'm going to put Christmas blessings to you and yours. You could do Merry Christmas, whatever saying you want, whatever fits up there, really. But let's see here. Christmas blessings to you and yours. And let's just, I'm going to bring it here so I can get this pretty straight anyway. All right, and then I'm going to just grab my mat because it's easy for me to see better, I guess, against here. Green, garden green. All right, let's ink that up. So just open that pad. I always check to make sure that I have ink on all of the words, and this little guy is going to get stamped about right there. Hopefully that's straight. Very good. There we are. See if you can see that. Looks like my light is pretty bright. Sometimes that happens, and anyway, it's there. It might be the way I have my camera set. I don't know. Hopefully you can see that. Oh my gosh. There. It's just the light, I guess. There, maybe if I come there, this way's a little better. Coming over this way a little bit. All right, so done with that. And the last thing we're going to do, I'm going to grab, let me see, I've got a class tomorrow, and all my blocks are on for my class. So I need to use the same block. Let me just use my chamois and clean this. I want to stamp on the inside. That's the reason. So let's do that. And then there are other sentiments in here. May the miracle of this season bring peace, and may your heart be filled with the joy of the season. I think I'm going to do may your heart be filled with the joy of the season. So let's just take this one right off the block. And just a tip on how I store my stamps. I do keep this piece after I mount the sticky on the backs, and that way I can see all my pieces are here and they fit right down in there, and then I just pop them out when I'm ready to use them. Let's see here, is it this one? Let me see. May your heart be filled. Yes, that's this one right here. Okay, this one's going to go right to the edge of my block, but that's okay, it still works beautifully. Let's go on the inside of my card here and ink that up. Okay. And I think I'm kind of sorry that I have my hands covering a little bit, but I'm just going to stamp that straight down and straight up. And then there's my sentiment on the inside. Now, using this one right here, this would be fun. You could stamp your mistletoe if you wanted to. And maybe I'll just do that because I can, right? Make the most of your stamp set that you have. And yeah, let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm kind of working over on the side here out of your viewing while I'm grabbing this small mistletoe. There we are. And let's just ink that up. And let's just bring that right up here. Oh, poo. Okay, we're going to try something. It didn't quite work. See my mistake? How do you fix that? We're going to make this the front of our card so that it'll be covered up, and we're going to stamp. This is how you do it. This is what happens. So you ink that up again. I'm going to stamp this like right there. Make sure that I have a firm press all over. See the difference? Okay. This is what happens in real life stamping. So if you have been stamping a while, you will know that yes, indeed, this is what happens. So let me grab the sentiment again, and we're going to stamp that on the inside one more time. Make sure that's inked up well. And let me come down here just a little bit. And I'm going to stamp that right here. There we go. All right, now we have it. Whew. All right. But yeah, did you know instead of throwing away your paper, you can sometimes, I mean, there's no mistakes in stamping. You can fix it one way or the other. That is what I tell everyone that I stamp with, every one of my team members, my beautiful Barbie's Blessings team members. We have a good time at our meetings, stamping and just chatting and having a great time. Even the ones that are out of state get to join us in my Zoom for meetings. So, all right, there we go. We are done with the stamping. And let's go ahead. One more little tip. Did you know that if you use your Wink of Stella, this is a great product that just gives you some sparkle. And you take this and you rub it on to where you have ink. It's going to pull that color, especially the darker colors is what I find works the best. It pulls that color into the open space, and I'll bring this up closer so you can see, and this just gives it a little bit of interest on the inside of your card. Okay? All right. Okay, let's see if I can get you, can you see the sparkle a little bit? There it is. Anyway, it gives you just a little bit of contrast with your sentiment. All right, here we go. Let's put this card together. The next thing we're going to do before we put our layers down is we're going to take this and we're going to use that wrong color. We're going to use the garden green to coordinate. That's one of the beautiful things about Stampin' Up! Is that you have coordinating ribbons and inks and papers and designer papers and gems and all kinds of things that coordinate. So this is going to go across here, and let me grab my scissors that are my ribbon scissors and just trim that here. Then before I finish out, I'm going to take a little piece and and then I'm going to cut that. I'm going to trim this at an angle because I like the angles. All right, let's take this and put it over to the side. Now, what I usually do is I keep in my little stash of basic stamper stuff, I keep tape, just regular old masking tape, and mine's stuck down really hard right here. But what I do is I take this and I use this to tape my ribbon on the back of my card. Okay, so you could use your adhesive or you can use tape. I like to use the tape most of the time. All right, so that's just going to come right like that, and tape it there and then around the back, and then take this one and tape that back there just like that. Okay, next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to take this and loop it, and I have this linen thread here because we are going to take one of these cool little jingle bells, so you can see it right there. Put it on there so you can see it. We're going to take that and let me see. Let me take string it through my little bell. Okay. Then I need enough to do a bow here. So let's see. How about there? Let's see if that'll work for us. Paper snips are a wonderful tool. Okay, next, here is my little ribbon. We're not going to make it into a bow. We're just going to kind of do it like this. And I am actually going to fumble my fingers, and we are going to tie this onto this little piece of ribbon. Now, if you have a hard time with doing the whole, ribbons and things like that, just forego the linen thread. Here, let's try this first before I, okay, let's do this. Alrighty, I'm going to lay my linen thread down. I'm just getting it kind of where I want it here, guys. We're going to tie this on, but I want it there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a little bit of adhesive and put it right there so it holds my ribbon down. And I'm going to do one more right inside so that will hold that piece. Okay, see what I did there? Okay, and now I can tie this, and my ribbon will stay down pretty much for me while I'm doing this. Come on, down here, guy. Down here. Okay. All right. Let's see how well I can do on a live video. Okay, tie that. I want this to hang down a little bit. So I'm going to hold my finger here. And we have some tweezers, but I don't have them right here. Let me see. I think I have another pair. Did you know that we have some reverse tweezers that are amazing? They're with our embossing kit, and they're also in our holiday catalog. These are some that are non-Stampin' Up! Just because I had these before they came out. One of the things you can do when you're trying to tie a bow, you can take those tweezers and hold that little piece that you've got there. See that? See that? And it's holding it for me while I tie a knot. So yeah, those little reverse tweezers are amazing. They're reversed because when you squeeze them, they open, and you let go, they close, and that way you have an extra set of hands there if you didn't know that. See that? So I want that in a knot. Okay, so let's take this guy out, and I'm going to tie that, and then let's see how I did on my measurement for my bow. See if I have enough. come on. It's always, always challenging when you're trying to record or do a live and make a bow, because sometimes my fingers don't want, there we go. Ta-da! Whew! All right. So there's that. If I can, my little guy doesn't want to turn around here. And I probably, see, he's falling backwards. Sorry, got out of the camera there for you. All right, let's see here. If I can. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some more adhesive right over here, because I want to hold this down, this part of the ribbon down. And I want my little bow to, there we go. Look at that. That is what I was looking for right there. Okay? Isn't that cute? All right, so here's the fun part. Let's go ahead and put this down. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to put this and see how I'm going to cover that right up. No one will ever know that mistake was there. So, let's go ahead. I'm going to bring in my silicone mat, because if I get glue on it, I can, when it dries, I can just wipe it off. But I'm going to go ahead and use my liquid glue and just easily put a little bit of glue here. And I'm barely getting, I mean, whoops, see there how I got that off the edge? I'm just going to get a little bit all the way around. I don't want to get glue on the front of my gold, because then you can't get it just leaves a smear and it's ugly on your pretty brushed gold. That's the bottom line. All right, so let's take this and move that over here. All right, see how well I can get this framed. Okay, so that's kind of just going to go here, just like that. Beautiful. See that? I've got a little frame. Oh, and the good part about the glue is that it gives you a little bit of time to, a little bit of wiggle room. Get this out of here so I don't get glue on my card. So that if you need to move it around, you can. Okay, so there, and then lastly, we're going to put this down, and let me see if I just have this little sheet. These are paper pumpkin glue dots. And I do not, my roll of glue dots is not right here handy. So what I'm going to do is basically, I'm just going to take this glue dot, lay it down here, remove the paper. Normally I use my roll of glue dots, but these were handy. They're from Paper Pumpkin. And then I'm going to take this little jingle bell, and so it will hold it in place. See there? Glue dots are wonderful things. And let's go ahead and put this down. I'm going to go ahead and use my stamp and seal, and then we are almost done with this card. Go there, here, here, and a little bit there. Okay, and watch this. Look how pretty this is going to be, and it's going to fit right over the opening of that gold. Now see why I used, I've got, why I cut out the middle, just because now I've got gold available for 2 more projects. And look at that beautiful card. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous with the gold behind it like that? Of course, you could heat emboss this in gold, which would make a big difference in how that looks. But that is a really simple, gorgeous card, right? So there you are. There is another 12 weeks of Christmas project for you to try. I hope that you will do that. And give me a comment or thumbs up if you like this card and video. And join me live on Thursdays with Stamp with Barb Ryder over on Facebook. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.